person. Hello, I'm Alex, and I'm from Costa Rica. I'm from the Caribbean coast. I am from a town called Cowita, and you know, when I grew up there, we didn't use the terms like Afro Caribbean and all that stuff. We just say black people and Spanish people. Like if your parents were black background from Jamaica, we just say we're black people, and the people that speak Spanish, we call them Spanish people. But since our grandparents were from Jamaica and they speak their, in their terms it's English. So we speak that, and then we also speak Spanish. We didn't call it patois or nothing like that. The term patois came along when, like, you go to school and the teachers, which most of the teachers were just Spanish teachers, and they would say, "Oh, usted no hablan inglés, lo que hablan es patois," you know. But right now, they have called it Creole language. Yeah. So it's supposed to be English, but in reality, it is a language of its own. You know, so you gotta say you speak English, Spanish, and Patois, and even in that itself, there's a difference between what we spoke in Costa Rica than like Jamaican, because Jamaican too was a lot different. For example, if in Jamaica, if they're going to ask you where are the children, they're going to say where they picnic them there, where they picnic them there. In Costa Rica turn English, they would also say where are the children, where are the children? Eh, Lord, the boy am a going bad, me I just to lick him. Yes, man, me I was to lick him, which meaning the boy wasn't behaving right, so they had us to give him a beating. Um, the word, there is a word when they say the picnic them are going bad, which means the children they're not behaving themselves. And if they say, hey, 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 son, hey, boy, come here. Hey, boy, come here. Come here, boy, let me tell you something. It's come on, like, hey, boy, come here, let me tell you something. And they use the word a lot, like, she, and she don't tell me, and she tell me that me a go on bad. Then I tell her. They don't say her, it's her. Then tell her, nothing go on like that. When I was growing up, we was taught, it's like if we speak too much like a Jamaican sound, like um, let's see, for example, um, away you are do, away you are do. Yeah, those to say like, hey, what you doing? Which is one is Costa Rican and one is Jamaican. The Jamaican is, away you are do. And if we said something like that at home, my dad would look at you like, listen, where do you learn that English? That's you don't did I teach you that? You know? 'Cause my parents used to try their best to speak like the best English they could, or the best English they thought possible, even though it really wasn't the correct one. But still you could cipher out a few words that was good. Um if I'm having a conversation, it is so different. Like if I call my sister on the phone, even till this day, and we have a conversation, it would be like ALC. And some of them, my younger sister, which grew up now more in the capital, San Jose, they speak to each other in Spanish. When I grew up, no. If you're in the house speaking to your brother or sister, it's full what you call Criollo, which it's called patois. So you're like, hey, yeah, man, yes, and the boy run down there and them take it up, yeah, them take it up and them put it over there. Y como son las cosas, yo le dije que yo no iba a conseguir eso, because, if I get that, quién sabe what they're gonna do. So, and like say, I was saying, who knows, quién sabe what I'm gonna do. A Jamaican would probably say, who know what am I gonna do? Who know what am I gonna do? Lord, the boy them a behave so bad. So, it's funny because for me right now, if I'm listening to even the English I grew up with, sometimes I get a little bit like embarrassed, like, oh my gosh, why are they speaking so bad? They could change it a little. But you know what? It's a native language right now. It's native. It's idioma criollo. Hoy hay, ¿cómo se llama? Creo que tienen como un diccionario en Jamaica o en algo así. The government have just made that like a language, it's a Creole language. So they can speak like that if they want to. It was so like in Costa Rica you have, like as I say, we don't say like white people and black people. It was like black people and Spanish people. And sometimes the wrong way of saying it, like some of the old Jamaican, they would say panya, black man and panya man, because that's. And I think in there are some words, like for example, you have the English use a lot of, oh, give me the bloody thing, give me the bloody thing. And there are a few of the words that my grandparents used to use because they're coming from Jamaica. They used to be under English rulership. My mother, father, he was from St. Vincent, a different island. So I don't know much about him because he died when my mother was very young. So there is also the food culture. The food was different if you go to the Spanish part, like San Jose, than when you're in the province of Limon. You know, like in Limon, you have, especially on a Sunday, they have the famous rice and beans, and you can get it with fish or chicken or pork or things like that. Which mean you get the rice, you get some beans, and you cook the beans from very hard beans, and then when the beans get soft, you put the coconut milk in it, not the coconut water, coconut milk. And then when you put the coconut milk, then you put the rice, you put onion, you put garlic, you put some thyme in it, and that's what they call rice and beans. And the fish or beef, you can put onion, pepper, and things like that, make it marinade with vinegar. Most of the vinegar there is made from banana, so you put that and you let it marinate, and then you cook it, and then you cook it down, and when it's almost good, you put some coconut milk in it too, and que delicia, sí, maravilloso. But yeah, if you look behind my house right now, you see some banana tree. Look, plant just one banana plant, and look at it, turn into a million banana trees. That's another thing. When I grew up, I used to go work in the farm with my dad a lot. At that time, we had cocoa. Cocoa, what you get? Make chocolate? Yeah. So you go to the farm and you pick your cocoa, and it fall like from, you up on a hill and it fall down, and you have to go down and take it up and walk up the hill in a bag. It wasn't easy. No. One good thing is people got along. People got along pretty good in Costa Rica. Even now, you have people fighting against the government and stuff, but you don't have no major, riots and things like that. But anyway, what me I go tell you now is about the like when you go to school, that is how we're talking. When you go to school, the teacher him I go tell you thing, and when the teacher tell you, you have to remember. Because if you don't remember, when you go home and you are going to do your homework, you turn into a dunce. Do you know what did I just say? Wow. When you go to school, you have to pay attention, because if you don't pay attention and you go home, don't remember what he tell you, then you're gonna be dunce. Dunce is what they call like a dummy. It means a dunce. It means a dunce, and that's how they're saying. It means a dunce. They don't use you are like you are a thief, you're a liar. Him is a thief, him is a liar. There is the word him. Him. Him do this, him do that, him do something else. Him do things that he don't have to do. Anyway. But I don't know what else to talk about. I'm not good at this. I think I'm way better if someone is asking me a question and I answer the question. But yeah, there's a story what my sister told me about my family. They're Jehovah's Witness. So my sister told me she went to uh, Kingdom Hall. That's what they call it. A lot of religion they call it church. This is the Kingdom Hall. There was an American giving the main talk. That's what they call it. He's going to give a talk. So he went up there. My sister, they live in the capital now, where they're meeting and taking the meeting in Spanish. But now she went back to Limon, which is where we came from, which is where we come from. Yeah, she go to Limon, where we come from, and the man, that's what they would say. The man was from America, and he was up there to give a talk. So he was going to give the speech, and she's sitting down, and he went up there, and if you go to church or whatever it is here in this country, you see whether black American, white American, Cuban, they're going to say, "Good morning, brothers and sisters. We're here today because we know that Jesus loved us and we should talk to him every night and beg him for love and affection." But anyway, that's what the man went up there, the American, and he went, "Well, brothers and sisters, welcome to the meeting today. Today we are going to talk about God and how powerful Him is. And we are going to tell you that Jesus will watch you. Jesus will look down upon you. And He might direct you to what you are going to do." And she started laughing so hard that someone looking at her, she could hardly pay attention. She was embarrassed because she was laughing so much, because she never seen an American spoken person speaking like that, and it was funny. But that's what I'm trying to say now, is that they made it a certain language now. That way people can understand, and they don't have to feel bad when they go somewhere giving have to give a lecture or something like that. They don't feel like they're forced to have to speak the proper English. It's more like when you go their country, then you're the one to try to learn their way of speaking their language, and it's not English, it's a Creole. I don't know where I know that the type of English that we talk down there, speak down there, is I say mostly original from Jamaica, but I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why it broke away from the regular English, because if you go to an English school there or in Jamaica, they're teaching you the right spelling, the right everything, like as English. Like I never been to a fully English school. I've been to all my education within Spanish. When I came here, I just went to like a mechanical school. I went to welding school. So I never went to like a English school. Couple of my brothers, my older brother and sister, they used to go to this lady who was teaching English. So they would learn in some English. But my English, most of it, like to write and read, my mom taught us, you know, she taught us to do it. My grandparents, um, they were from Jamaica, so they didn't speak Spanish. My grandmother speaks Spanish. We start laughing because the way she put the word together, you know, she just think about how things should sound like, and then that's how she spoke it, which, you know, it didn't sound too nice. So, anyway, here I am, here me are, and one thing I find out is that when I go Costa Rica and come back, my English change, you know. Yeah, my English change. Yeah, when I go to Costa Rica and I speak with my brothers and sisters, and I return here, it's like it's all mixed up. Now, um, I like to pick on people where I work and tell them, okay, I'm going to speak American. And then I start speaking like, yes, sir, you know, I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. I'm going to put it on there and going to see to it that the little boys come and get the situation. They start laughing. They say, well, see, you can speak American. You can speak American. But I don't know. For me, living in this country for so long now, people say, how come you still have that accent? Well, that is because I didn't learn English over here. I learned it when I was growing up, and I came here about close to 21. So, um, you know, it's um, it's funny because, like, for example, the Spanish people, the people speaking Spanish in Costa Rica, they didn't have no. They speak good Spanish. Of course, there's a few extra words they put in Costa Rican style, which, as I say, I think it's the same thing with the Jamaican. The Jamaican have their type of English, Costa Rican have their type of patois. And I think as they travel through the Caribbean, you find different country have a different way of pronouncing their English words. I have a friend from Dominica, and when she talk about patois, it's not what we spoke in Costa Rica. It's completely different sound. It's a different thing. You really don't understand it. So, um, when they used to make fun of us speaking our type of English in school, we used to say, "Oh, the teachers are just doing it because they're jealous because they can't speak two language." Which, no matter what it was a different language. So now that they made it an official language, kids they would speak three language, you know, probably four. Speak Jamaican, Costa Rican, bad language, Spanish, and some American English. Wow, we're so talented. But Alita, Hope this help a little bit. I don't know if it's not loud enough, if you can hear it enough, if it didn't help, let me know. Let's see what else I can do. See the background? Nice, ain't it? Okay, my friend. Ciao. Later on. Adios.